Okay. On this episode of the Red Eye Report, we talk about LGBTQW and sometimes Y rights. If I missed a letter, sue me.
We've already got them right in our side.
I mean, really, I mean, yeah, we're gonna talk about some shit. First, next up, with me we have somebody, Ashtray. He's got the most experience in this area. It's the most near and dear to his heart, and plus he's fucked a bunch of them. So
yeah.
you know, for the cause, bro, for the cause. Next to him is Oracle. Oracle, where's your pistol at? You got your gun on you?
I don't have it on me because it is disassembled, and because I'm taking it to Vermont tomorrow and fucking shooting the shit out of some fucking woods. Yeah, when I travel with it.
Okay. Okay, so you would have it on you on your hip if you weren't going to Vermont though, right?
That's correct.
Shoot my way out of this code red situation.
Fucking crazy crackers and the guns, and then it's Mystic. Mystic's been kind of quiet this week. I haven't really heard much from him. I really don't have anything bad to say about him. Except, okay, well, fuck you, Mystic. Mystic's with us, you piece of shit.
Fuck off, I got work to do.
And last but not least, I'm Teddy, and I turned 40 on Friday. So fuck y'all, you goddamn young whippersnappers. Yeah.
You an old bitch.
I know, right? I know, right? What the fuck? Fuck y'all, right? So we were supposed to do the show last week, but I got held up at work, so we postponed it. And I chose this topic because, as everybody knows, the Supreme Court said that homosexuals, gays, LGBT, the letter folks cannot be discriminated against in the workplace. The letter folks. I mean, it's we're gonna talk. We're gonna discuss it's like what they want to be called and things because it's
there goes our gay community.
Bye, bitch. So I started looking up gay rights. I didn't. So I didn't know that this shit was. When I thought about gay rights, I know here in Tennessee they passed. They're passing a law where they passed a bill that lets adoption companies discriminate against same-sex couples. Which I don't understand why you do that when these kids there's over 400,000 kids in the fucking foster care system. And these kids need loving parents, and I don't get why you take love from a kid because of where somebody puts their dick. It's just weird. But anyway, I learned that in 2003, Lawrence versus Texas, the Supreme Court fucking said that a lot of states had laws that made even homosexual sex illegal. And in 2003 is when the Supreme Court said that those laws could be upheld.
Buggery laws.
2003, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, right?
That is
Did
kind
it say what states those were?
No, I didn't look up what states those were, but I'm going to tell you they're probably goddamn a lot of other southern states, the Bible Belt states. Sure. We made the big joke here was what's going to be legal first: gay marriage or marijuana. Gay marriage won, of course. Which is another one they have. They can get married now finally. I can't remember what year that was. It was like 2010, I think it was 2000. Was it? When did they get married?
It was in Obama's term.
Yeah, it was in Obama's term. Yeah,
Can't remember. Was it before his reelection?
It was his second. I thought it was fucking.
It was. I didn't look up the exact date, but.
Well, I know he changed. Obama had to change his position publicly. You know, he kind of played that like, oh, you know, I'm a compassionate, Christian. I'm not really sure what I want to say about this. And then Biden's like, fuck it, let them get married. He's like, oh shit. I guess
Joe's like, who gives a shit? I love lesbians.
Yeah, right. It's like, oh, Uncle Joe.
They all smell the same to me.
Yeah, fucked a couple lesbians at Woodstock on the back of my Trans Am.
And yeah, they're discriminated against a lot. There is a bill, I can't remember what state it is, about doctors turning away transgender people. Transgender people of color are the most discriminated against and like violently attacked. Because in the black community, it is horrible to be gay. Like it is like it is.
It's extra horrible to be a tranny.
Yeah. Yeah, it is extra bad.
So it's horrible to be
so
like
tall, you just fucking not take lip from no one.
So in the black community, it's black people not accepting other black people that are gay.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
And there's that whole what do they call them? Brothers Down Under or Down Low Bros.
What?
Where it's like
I don't know. You fucking
black men
sites. I don't fucking know, bro.
Yeah, well,
tell
as
us?
their expert on the LGBTQ community.
Yes.
Well, what is it? What is this thing that you're talking about?
It's like code for black men who will not self-identify at all as being gay, but they will secretly have gay sex with other black men.
Boom.
There's even like, I don't know, Martin Lawrence has a whole stand-up skit where he's like, you got that one friend? And he's like, do you remember, Martin, when you were coming out of the lake when we were boys and you came out and had the water glistening all over your body? It's like, what?
I think you just dropped Mystic.
Oh,
there
shit.
he goes. There he goes. He's back. He's
Y'all
back.
hear me?
Yep.
We can hear you now.
They're talking
So
about
they
how
call
you're a down low boy.
Did you say down low bros?
Down low, bro, yeah.
How do you? I don't even know how you would know this shit.
Well, I work for two gay bosses.
How do you think he knows this shit, bruh? We don't judge here. We just accept on the Red Eye Report. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not judging at all. I'm just fucking wondering how.
But your judgment is.
We can hear the judgment.
How you know that?
Oh,
yeah, that was the expert.
Well, yeah.
So it's not. It's. I was trying to find somebody who could. We're all pretty much here for gay rights. On the show, is anybody here against gay rights? Equal rights?
I mean, not fully equal. Like maybe like they could have like 75-80% of it.
I mean,
see, I wanted to find somebody who could argue like for their point. There's a guy that I work with. He's and we were talking about this today, and all of his I was trying to explain to him that all of his things against it were Bible based. And you can't, and that is not. I mean, just because. I mean, I don't understand why. I don't understand why you can. You're God because you worship. Your religion can tell me what I can or cannot do with my dick. I don't understand why. This is.
How many atheists do you think, or do you think it's even possible for an atheist to be anti-gay rights? Do you think that exists?
I'm pretty sure it does exist. I mean, they got black people who are rallying for the flag. So.
That's true.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's still homophobic.
Right. Right.
You know, but sometimes too.
Yeah, but a lot of homophobia does come out of fucking
religion, right?
Religion.
I mean, it just it seems really irrational. Like it's completely irrational. It's like
and that's the thing. I don't think many atheists are very irrational people because otherwise they wouldn't be atheists. Mm-hmm. They value rational thinking above all else. so I don't know that I think that's about right. I don't know that you would find many that would be. Yeah,
I agree, Mr. Bill Maher. Bill Maher said it best when he said that religion, believing in religion, is consciously suspending critical thinking.
Yeah. No, for real. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, it was awesome. So we're all for it, but like he couldn't get that. Like I couldn't get him to kind of like admit that. It was kind of weird. And I also learned that 71 countries still it is like illegal and like punishable by death to be gay. In 71 countries.
Really?
Yeah, 71 countries.
That's a lot.
71. Yeah, if you look at the it is on the. It is the Newsweek.com tab. If you look at that, you got a list of the countries there.
So Travis asks
72.
If you think straight people are just sucking dick to stick it to Jesus.
Maybe they're not really gay. Maybe they're just trying to.
Maybe atheists would have thought
Jesus.
Maybe they got that's the ultimate daddy issues.
Right? I'll choke on this bone just to show you how much I don't love you.
Just to show you, Dad.
Have you ever seen
And you realize it's your dad in a bathrobe and a wig. What the fuck?
Hey, hold on. Speaking of choking down dick, do you know who Michael Che is? Michael Chi?
The SNL.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I never really seen a stand-up, and I watched his stand-up, but it was from 2016. But he said a good. He was like, I don't want a gay son, just like I don't want a straight daughter. He's like, I don't want dicks, going into any of my family members. It's like that should be like a dad's innate like thinking is no dicks whatsoever. It was a pretty good joke.
Would it bother you if one of your daughters turned out, or all your daughters turned to be gay?
No, it wouldn't bother me at all. I don't give a shit. As long as they're happy, dude.
As long as they're fucking exactly right. As long as they're fucking happy.
They're fucking just live their lives.
Lesbian girlfriends don't poke holes in the couch with their spikes.
Right. Yeah.
We're gonna let Ashtray go last on this next one. This first. Does anybody here know any gay, trans people? Any of the letter people?
I mean,
No.
yeah,
Know any of the people?
yeah.
I'm just start saying letter people because it's
Sure, coworkers and stuff, and then through my work or whatever, I'll brush against people that are passing through or whatever that need help or whatever. So I became much
do they
more.
say things? Do they say things like, "Hey, be careful, I'm a tranny. I'm a tranny."
So I have become much more open and accepting of this. So I think it's one thing to say like, "Oh
you were closed off to it at one point."
So I think it's one thing to say like, "Oh, I believe in equal rights," and it's another thing to actually be working in that community, be working with people that are gay, who are from these different groups. And honestly, before I was in the fucking Marines, I wasn't even able to be around women. I didn't work with women. The first time I had a conversation with a woman Marine, like outside of getting some paperwork done, was like 7 years in. Much less gay people. That just wasn't really something that people talked
That's right.
about.
Don't ask, don't tell,
right?
bro.
Don't ask, don't tell, right?
Don't ask, don't tell.
So after I started working in social
He didn't tell a lot.
services, I remember like one of the first days on the job, I had some trannies because it was my job to help people find jobs. I had some trannies rolling off the street, and we were in a rough, neighborhood, and they're like, "Hey, somebody told us that you're going to help us find a job." And I'm just like, "Holy fucking shit," And that was
stand up and start unbuckling.
Yeah, right. Yeah, first job right here. Start sucking.
First job right here, baby.
But seriously, after that, and that was over the top or whatever. But it's just like, hey, a lot of the things that I notice is teens that had really fucked up home situations that were really unfair to them because they were fucking gay, because they were trans, whatever. And it's like, of course this person is having all these issues because their life is a fucking living hell right now. Anybody would be dealing with that. And if you're a trans and you're having all these fucking body issues or whatever, and you're like halfway through your transition, I've worked with people are looking at you, fucking judging you, and you're trying to have a fucking normal, existence. Good fucking luck.
Imagine how hard it is for your own mental well-being when you're purposely altering your hormones.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, it's seeing that firsthand, it gave me a lot more empathy for people that are dealing with that, where it's like, okay, yeah, I don't understand your experience specifically, but I see like you don't have it easy right now. And especially if your family is not supportive, I can't imagine if my family is like, yeah, fuck this fag,
Right.
And you have to go home to that as a fucking teenager. That's rough. That's really rough. So that's kind of where I'm at it, on it.
I work with one trans dude. I mean, I don't know if he's trans. His name used to be Mike. Now it's Pode. And he like yelled at me one time, or not yelled at me, but like corrected me when I said he. He's just like those fucking they them pronouns.
What pronouns does he consider himself as she or
and I don't know, man. I just try not to talk to it. No.
Oh, that's a real way.
Like, I don't.
Okay,
well, no, I don't want to be fucking. I don't.
Okay,
listen, I don't want to be rude.
I know you don't.
Right, exactly,
to him or her or it or whatever.
Right.
I just don't give a fuck enough to learn what you want me to call you.
Yeah. Right. Okay, that's.
So I'm just gonna not talk to you.
That is a very good segue. All right. I worked with a guy in the kitchen, and every time a new person started, he introduced himself to him, told him his name, hey, my name, blah blah blah. I'm one of the cooks here, blah blah, and I'm gay. And I'm like, okay, awesome. I mean, every fucking body that started, whether they're a cook, server, fucking janitor guy, did not fucking matter. I was like, why do you always have to explain to them that you? I'm like, I'm pretty sure people don't fucking care. But that was, but anyway. So we're moving on.
Do you have an answer for that, or?
I can't. It was so long ago. I can't remember. I do remember that the guy. He was a shitty cook. I remember he was a shitty cook. He always himself. He was a shitty fucking cook. He always wanted to leave at like 8:00. I'm like, bro, it's Friday. All right, we close at 1. I'm like, he got here. You got here at 5. All right, what is going on here?
You have to admit though, the LGBT community. There are not all of them, but there are a number of them where, and this can go for any minority, but where it's like. Them being gay is like such a big factor of like their identity rather than it just being like, yeah, I'm gay. You know, it's like my boss. When you first meet him, you wouldn't guess right away he's gay because fucking he's not it's like not stereotypical. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't say, oh hi, my name's Mark and I'm gay. It's like,
right. Like almost every gay person I've ever met isn't stereotypical. You know what I mean? Exactly. Like, you don't meet fucking flamboyant transsexuals very often.
Well, you don't go to the clubs I do.
No, you're right. I don't. You're right.
No, we don't. It's right.
Oh, there's some stereotypes out there. Let me tell you.
Those kind of. I'm pretty sure there are. That's why the stereotypes exist.
Yeah.
All right. So, what it's the same as having. Yeah. Whatever. Cool. Way to go. Way to go, Gary. Way to go, dear.
You commented.
So like Miss was talking about, the guy, his name used to be Mike, now it's Pode. What to call him and things. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen videos. One of the ones I'm talking about is the one at GameStop where the guy, it looks like a dude. It looks like a 200-pound guy with a blonde wig, a pink shirt, and a mini skirt and a purse. And the guy the guy says, "I'm sorry, sir," and he's like, "It's ma'am, I am blah blah blah." And I'm like, look, bro, that's not like, it's like Oracle said, like when you're transitioning in the middle, you still look like situation. You look like a guy,
right?
So when it comes to, I mean, everybody they got bisexual, trisexual, bisexual, hisexuals. And like there's so many people trying to be individual. I mean, that's what it look. You can be whatever.
There's all kinds of shit.
My girlfriend cringes at this shit that I'm finna say because I say it all the time. Like, I respect you. You would do what you want to do. That's fine. Biologically, you cannot change your gender. All right, no, it is biologically impossible to change your gender. Yes, you can do certain things to make it look like, but you cannot change your gender biology. You can cut off and add whatever you want to, but you can't change it.
Yeah, but now you're being conformist to the societal norms.
I'm not being conformist to society. My thing is, if you want to be known as something else, you have to either be like when he constantly corrected you or whatever. I'm like, you have to give us a card when you introduce yourself. I mean, there has to be some. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but if you if you're look like a 250-pound man in a wig and shit, I'm gonna call you sir. And if you don't want to, you're like, hey, blah blah blah. I'd like say something to do something to help it along. So I'm like, because I will just refer to you as it if it's too fucking hard. I mean, honestly, there's so many people identify so much sexual shit now that it's just
guy. In his defense, he looks like Pat with like long hair from Saturday Night Live. You know what I mean? Like you can't really tell.
You can't really tell
if it's a dude or I knew he was a guy because people had told me that before, so that's why I said he. But I don't know if I would have said he. I probably would have been like, "Hey, how's it going?" You know what I mean? Like I would have avoided using that pronoun. Because I don't want to be rude. That's fine if you want to be called that. But don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me because I didn't fucking know, you know? Like,
right.
We're basing what to call you off what we see. And if you've got stubble and shit more than I do, but you got to look. I mean,
if you got a goiter, I don't give a fuck what you think. You are not.
I have this picture that's being painted in my mind.
Okay.
Like something from a God of War boss or something. Like fucking goiter beast.
Okay, so wait. My girlfriend says it's become a thing to include your pronouns in your email signature.
So this is something that I've had.
Okay, explain that. I was going to ask her to explain it, but you explain it. Like, what the fuck? So you have to and call me it or call me she. Is it really?
Okay,
how do you do this?
Well, this is something that actually Carolyn and I have kind of had a we differ a little bit on this. So she's definitely trying to be more inclusive. And one of the things that you can do in your email signature is you can put your pronouns, even though if you're not trans or whatever, to show that you're an ally. And
okay.
Wait,
right.
What is it? Is that how
so him, him, his.
He, him, his.
He, him, his, hers.
She, her, his, hers.
Right,
so,
but where do you put it at though? I mean, how
so
do
you put it down? So
signature.
Your name, your signature. So you even though that, because in the case like what Mystic is saying, all right, that person needs to tell you the pronouns. Well, I don't need you to tell you my fucking pronouns because I'm a fucking 200-pound man.
Yeah, right. Like it's like it's fucking obvious. I don't need.
So she's like, well, we're gonna send an email out or whatever. Let's put our fucking pronouns or whatever. And I was like, I'm not gonna put my goddamn pronouns.
Yeah, it's like
fucking
so
no.
Wait, do you put like do I put like Ronnie Thomas he?
Yes.
Is that what you did?
He,
him. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I
right. It shows that you're a fucking ally. But okay, here's my thing here. I understand about being an ally or whatever, but this is my philosophy in life. People should be allowed to fucking live their lives in the way that they want to live their lives, right?
But see, now you start to sound like the mass people. Okay,
when you start fucking pushing your shit on other people, that's when we get into a problem. Where
see now you sound like the I don't want to wear mask people. I do get your argument, but it seems more valid here than it does the mask thing because that
I wear a mask.
With
I wear a mask, right?
Right, I get that, but it's like I kind of think that I do agree with you that I don't. I have a dark sense of humor, so I would start putting like Ronnie Thomas, Poppy Chulo.
Teddy,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Teddy, the mask thing has nothing. I mean, it's a whole different ballgame.
So,
we're talking about calling someone a pronoun compared to killing other people.
The thing is, though, the thing that's happening.
The argument's the same, not the outcome.
The thing is that we have created a climate in our culture right now where it's okay to absolutely crucify somebody that isn't completely liberally correct with the fucking LGBTQ plus,
exactly
with Black Lives Matter, with fucking whatever the hot
Ashtray
button
was trying
fucking
to say with that
ticket
thing
is.
He was watching, right?
Yeah,
and
the Evergreen State protests.
So there are it seems like there's only controls on one side of the debate. There's not controls on the other side, where you can go fucking full retard on the fucking, social justice side.
The problem is the controls end up being the harsh fucking alt-right people coming and smashing in heads and stuff and walking with tiki torches and spouting racist shit. It's like you're getting the extreme alt-right end to try to correct the extreme left over politically correctness.
Yeah, and it's super not healthy. So I don't if I want to help somebody feel better or whatever, and I know that person's situation, I will absolutely try to help that person out. But to just fucking fly a flag, to be like, oh yeah, I just want everybody to know. I mean, how long is my email signature got to be? Fucking like.
How much is it? Are you virtual?
30.
Doing that
just like
signal.
the purge. We got a sign. We got a sign in the front yard. We support your right to purge. You know what I mean? They're just marking themselves, man, so that when it's just like I put a Black Lives Matters fucking sign. I don't care. I just don't want them to murder me when they fucking snap and go off the handle.
There are some stores that have been accused of.
When the revolution starts, I will do my best to vouch for you two. Or go crazy, like
there have been articles about businesses that have been accused of doing that they're putting up Black Lives Matter posters just to avoid their windows getting busted.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Which is like interesting, but like, should it be that way?
It shouldn't be that way because the Black Lives Matter people, the people who really care about the movement, aren't the ones going out smashing windows. It's
exactly.
Just dicks they're dicks that are taking advantage of the chaos to do stupid shit.
Same thing for people that freak out about this shit.
Although tearing these statues down was taken credit for by the Black Lives Matter people. So.
Well, yeah, they tore it up. But they also, but not the Grant statue. They tore it down. People, I mean, they've been like, even here in the courthouse, they wrecked the plaque for the civil rights shit here. So I mean, it's like these people, a lot of these people aren't educated. They're just stupid, taking advantage of the thing. And because they're out when a peaceful protest is going on or whatever, they are labeled. They loop them both together. And
well, this conversation reminds me when you did the cheating episode and you were talking about trans athletes, Teddy.
Right.
This was a while back. And,
because
I mean, I didn't realize like how fucking ridiculous some of those cases were.
Yeah, I mean, in Connecticut, you don't have to identify. You can compete in what you identify as. And there's these two black kids with mustaches and just fake ass braids, like beating these girls and races because they identify as women. And I'm like, I'm like, yeah. And then there's also a dickless dude beat the shit out of chicks in MMA. He cracked some fucking dude chicks some skull with that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that makes you even a bigger piece of shit.
Yeah,
than anything else, because like, who willingly is like, I'm gonna fucking cut my dick off and go beat up some women?
A man who couldn't cut it professionally in his own gender.
But you don't know that. Maybe he really is. Maybe he really does want to be.
There are some
transgender.
There are some ugly men who legitimately deep down want to dress like women. Like, you hear those stories all the time of these older men who like now live in a time where and it's also easy when you're an ugly man to dress as like an ugly woman.
Are they really stories to you, buddy?
There are anecdotes where it's like...
Are the anecdotes? It's okay, buddy. We'll love you regardless.
You have to imagine, it's like, imagine being an ugly man and wanting to be, like, inside you wanted to be a beautiful woman. Like, there's it's like, you can only, what do they say? You can only polish a turd so much, It's like, sorry, buddy. Like, here,
there's no wig, Ashtray.
This is the large dress from the Kmart Blue special.
But there's such a spectrum, though, of like, okay, this one guy ugly dude wants to dress up and be a smoking chick. Other person is fucking asexual. Other person is fucking whatever. Like, there are so many different things.
There's so many different things.
Well, and
it seems like, to me, it seems like they're trying to outdo each other's individuality, but they're not individual at all.
Well, and what's the difference between queer and gay? There's lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer. What exactly is differentiates the queer? Is it basically someone who feels they're queer, but they also wouldn't consider themselves gay or lesbian?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea.
You picked this topic. I thought you had the answers. So.
I didn't look up the difference in letters. I just know that.
I know you threw a couple extras in there.
Just calls them the letter people.
The letter people. Cool. All right. Well, that's our topic.
Sometimes why, man.
Sometimes why.
Unless anybody wants to add anything else. I think it's difficult for us to wrap our heads around this.
Well, we've never had
for
to deal
kids
with the issue
in terms of gender. Fucking all this crazy shit. I mean, I guarantee you when things like VR and stuff like that really hits in like 5 years where fucking everybody's using that shit and kids are using it, just the idea of not being tied to your physical body anymore, I think is really going to change shit. This is just a symptom.
You obviously haven't played Second Life, bro.
Like, people are going to be living that, and when kids grow up with that shit, their idea of what fucking gender is, what it can be, is going to fucking completely be beyond what we can even... We're old school dumb fucks.
Even my kids, and I mean, it's a one generation change. I remember my 9-year-old was like, oh, this one girl in my class thinks that she likes this other girl, but she doesn't know that she's gay. And I was like, you're 9 fucking years old.
Yeah. How do you know?
How do you know?
And she's like, yeah, and I looked at her and I said, just be gay then. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, she's 9. That would have never come out of my mouth,
right?
At
9 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, shit. Moving on to the what sexy part of the show. Who's up first? Oh, I am up first with my volcano vaporizer. All right, so I'm turning 40 on Friday. I decided to give myself a fucking big boy birthday present. I got myself a volcano vaporizer. I got the base model, even though she tried to sell me on the higher models, which I don't fucking. They have 3 models out. One's an analog, which is what I have. It has a little dial from it's 1 to 9 for temperature. If the little pamphlet tells you what the temperature is on the dial. And the next one up is digital, and then the next one up from that is digital, and then but the thing spins or some shit, does some weird shit, whatever. But it was $8.99. The one I got was fucking $4.99. It's worth every fucking penny. It comes in these little fucking bags.
$5 ain't bad for that.
yeah. But it stays. You vape it up. Stays in the bag for 10 minutes. The shittier the weed, the quicker it goes stale. I had a sack that went stale fucking real quick. It was not cool. Didn't like it. Ended up making butter out of it. But after I vape it, it still has THC in it. So I make butter out of it. And it's actually also, if you have the money to spend on it, it is the best way to smoke weed. It's pretty much odorless. When you exhale, it comes out real quick. It's like odorless. You save your weed. I've smoked less. One little thing one little bowl will last you fucking. Oh shit! Thanks a lot.
That looks like it's gonna explode.
It's not gonna explode. It's not gonna explode. It comes with 6 bags. You can change them out, and you can fucking make new ones. It is for $500. It is the best.
How long have you left a bag half full and then smoked it in the morning?
Yeah, you don't have to fill up the whole bag. You can make it a half bag, a quarter bag, whatever you want.
How long can you leave the smoke in there? It doesn't really go
10
bad,
minutes.
does it?
10 minutes.
After 10 minutes is basically just like what?
It's just stale. Every hit will make you cough like you're hitting fucking like stale. Just like if somebody left stale smoke in a pipe or something or a bong. It's just like that. Yeah. Because you're just sitting there, I guess, just like stale smoke. I don't know.
No.
But if Travis said he found his used for fucking hey buddy, don't knock it till you try it.
You know I've already tried it.
Well, Travis says that he found his used for $150.
Well, way to fucking go, Travis. Gives a shit. I paid top dollar for my new.
Travis says it's supposed to be good for 8 hours.
8 hours?
Yeah. What's your instruction manual say?
The book said 10 minutes. Right, the book I got with my non-used one.
Yeah,
my non-used one. Yeah, Travis got the used book.
You got the used book, bro. Don't question me again on air. What is wrong
Drawn
with you?
with a fucking crayon. 8 hours.
Yeah.
8 hours.
Oh man, I've had it after 8 hours. It's just fun.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. You should get one, everybody. Anyway, and I can send you fellows some butter if you like, because I make some bomb ass butter. Next up is Oracle with Oculus.
Yeah, I would fucking die if I smoked that.
I don't get how it works. I don't understand the science part of this.
Okay, so what it is it heats the wheat. It's just like bicarboxylating the wheat before you cook it, before you make butter and stuff with it.
Decarboxylating?
Decarboxylating. Yeah, it heats the wheat up enough to get the heat off, but it doesn't burn it. But the more you do it, because it's heating the wheat up, it turns it kind of like a brownish color.
So it's releasing. It's releasing.
Yeah, so it goes from this nice green color. Wait, is that over here?
Yeah, to the brown. Okay, so then you make butter.
To the brown, yeah. Then I make butter out of that, yeah.
Huh.
So that's the science of it. That's why
very, very precise in the temperature.
Oh yeah, it's very precise. That's why when the first day I got it, I set it to like 8, and we're doing full bags, and me and my girl passed out like 3 or 4 times. But now I've got it set to 6 for this bag I got, and it was fucking, it's awesome. So yeah,
nice.
That's the science, Mystic.
That's the motherfucking science.
Well, that's all you got to say, man. I know what decarboxylation is. I'm not retarded.
I am.
so sorry. Next up is Oracle with Oculus S.
So I picked up an Oculus S. Been playing some games on that.
Now, is that the wireless one?
So this one is not wireless. This one you need a good PC to hook up to. Oculus Quest is the one that is wireless. So,
probably not as good.
From what I've heard, that actually can play things like Half-Life Alyx and shit like that. So that's a lot better than I expected. I've been playing. The nice thing about Oculus that I didn't realize is I thought you were just limited to Oculus games, but actually you can buy games on Steam and play it on your Rift, which is nice because games are generally cheaper on Steam. And so I've been playing Half-Life Alyx. This game that is right here is called You Will Fall. And it's like a fucking roguelike, like sword, dual-wielding sword thing, kind of fantasy where you have powers and shit. And you gotta fucking like have sword battles and stuff like that. I've been doing like exercise apps and stuff like that. And I've just been super impressed. Half-Life Alyx is fucking amazing. Incredibly immersed. I actually forgot to tether my fucking motion controller to one of my hands the other day, and I was throwing a grenade, and I fucking threw my fucking motion controller. Because you just... I think my TV, I don't know, my fucking headset was on.
Did you have to like pause?
You didn't check. You just kept going. Fuck! Oh, they're coming.
Well, I had to get it. But the nice thing is your when you got it, you can still see where your motion controller went because it still senses where it goes. So the thing about Oculus, So the thing about Oculus, which I love, is that it has inside-out tracking. You have no tracking shit that you set up. So you put it on, it's fucking ready to go.
And so it's then tracking from the helmet instead
it's tracking from the headset. And it works flawlessly in terms of tracking. I haven't had
it just scans the room and must just use the walls.
Yeah, it scans the room. You set up a boundary, which is called Guardian. So you say, okay, this is as far as I want to go. So if you get close to that, it will put up like a mesh and it'll say, all right, make sure you're fucking not falling out of a window or whatever. But it's fucking awesome. And I really think Oculus, I believe, has plans to release the next Quest maybe next year, I believe. And that's the one that you don't have to plug into anything. And I know Facebook owns Oculus. I know one thing that they plan on rolling out within the next couple of years is lifelike avatars, and where you're just going to be chatting with people in a VR environment. So you're basically in a room with them. And I think once they roll that out, it was tough for me to find this headset. It was very difficult for me to find this, and I had to pay a little bit more to get it, honestly.
A little handy on the side and the back.
A little handy, I had to give it a little handy. Because the shit, it's sold out. All of the headsets are sold out. So if you can find one, this is $400.
Oh, okay.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. The Quest, so I would recommend, unless if you have a fucking kick-ass computer, and mine was really on the borderline, I would recommend getting the Quest. The Quest is the standalone system where you don't have to plug it into anything. And I've tried one of those, and it's really good. So
you look like the Star Wars kid in this little screen watching you.
Yeah, right? I mean, you're in it, man. You are. It is amazing how immersive that shit is. And just like this is a new game that it's actually in beta right now.
6.5, huh?
It's fucking awesome. Like just it gets you so hyped up in the way that your hands and your arms and shit, you can't really see it that well in this. But the way like you look at your arm and it's just like this ripped like fucking superhero character fucking arm. And
really?
You teleport your swords into your hands and you're fucking launching spells and stuff. It is cool as fuck, and the music and stuff.
I could see some pretty, like I could see this being much more easy to get into, like kind of games where you're actually somewhat physically active compared to the Nintendo Wii, Or swinging that thing around,
Absolutely, yeah, it
but
really is.
But I still see the same dislocated shoulders and elbows that we gonna see with the Wii, because no matter how cool and realistic it makes that sword feel or look, it is still a fucking 3-ounce controller that you're gonna swing like a fucking like a 2-pound sword.
You're gonna
it outcomes. You know what I'm saying? We had those same problems.
And one of the cool things, like this afternoon, I taught a class and I had to go off to a meeting, and so I did like 20 minutes of boxing. I've got like Box VR, which is like a cardio training thing where I'm just like punching and doing like these different, shit like that. You get a good cardio workout, do that for 20 minutes, bam, I've got a workout, like completely immersive workout situation that is fabricated. And I can really see
disingenuous.
I've got the same thing, but mine's with the Jedi. Mine's with the Jedi, and I'm fighting Darth Vader.
Right.
Lightsaber shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's just for people to be able to do that, to just transport themselves. See, I think that's the thing is. When they get rid of the hardware, when you don't need this massive amount of hardware, where you can just put something on, or where you have augmented reality, where you have like Apple glasses or whatever, and you fucking do something for like 5 minutes, and then you're just out of it again. I think that's where it's like really like, holy shit, everybody's using it. It's like fucking cell phones, were 10 years ago or whatever.
Cool. Awesome. Next up is Mystic with Michael Che.
Okay, yeah. I kind of said it before. I watched one of his specials from before, and I've never really seen a stand-up, but I genuinely laughed my ass off for a good 48 of those 60 minutes. Like, it was fucking... It was some funny-ass shit, dude. The reason I thought of it... Just Netflix.
Okay.
The reason I thought of it, because he told a joke about trannies. He's like, I'm trying not to use offensive words, trying not to say tranny. He's like, I didn't really think it was that big of a deal, He's like, but I got a transsexual friend, and she was like, hey, it's really offensive to me that you say tranny. And he's like, what's the big fucking deal? It's just one letter, tranny, She's like, okay, you want me to call you Blackie? He's like, all right, yeah, I get it. Yeah, there, Blackie.
Fair enough.
Right.
All right, next up is Ashtray with EU may slap travel ban on U.S. traveler.
Yeah. Did you hear?
That's sexy.
Well, just in the... I mean, I'm not fucking traveling to Europe. Might be unsexy for you guys, you jet setters. But... Oh, I don't do it.
I don't plan on going to Europe anytime soon.
Now that Europe is like, all right, fucking U.S.'s cases are going through the roof.
Yeah.
We're not going to let you in now. Oh, what? So I just love the irony. The old fucking Trump.
Yeah.
Pissed.
My ancestors conquered this world all over. Now you're going to tell me I can't go to Italy.
I can't go to my Irish golfers.
Yeah. The word, fuck them. All right.
Somebody posted a thing. Hold on. Somebody posted a thing, and I thought it was great. It said people in Wisconsin acting like saying something about fucking this is their native land, living in cities like Wauwatosa and Menasha and Oconomowoc and Chequamegon. Like they were just naming off fucking Indian names for cities and shit. This is my land. Okay.
Yeah. White people, man, fuck them. Fuck what you think is up next. Man, I'm up first with people.
First, dude.
Okay, but people, not so much people. It's indecisive people. I do not like and I do work in the restaurant business, and to ask somebody, do you want to sit inside in the air conditioning or outside on the patio in 90-degree weather, and for them to sit and take 3 minutes to come up with this decision of what they want to do, is very. I'm like, inside or out. You want to sit inside? Where do you want to sit? Like, just generally getting some, like, where do you want to sit? I'll let you pick a seat. And these folk, these idiots will walk around like a lost llama in a field. Like, over here. No, how about this one? They're all the same goddamn booth. Sit down. Like, I don't get why does it? It's Just fucking people. I don't know if it's Tennessee. I just gotta get out of Tennessee. You know.
I have a feeling people are that way in other parts of the country.
Yeah, it's just. Well, I get it's everywhere. It's just. I'm like, if you don't like this seat, it's not a life or death. If you don't like it, you can get up and move. It's not like if you, it's just like indecisive. Yeah, it's just. Yeah, or when you go out to eat with somebody, you're like, "What are you having? Why does it matter what I'm having? Do you want a bite of my shit?
Yeah.
Is it gonna affect? It's gonna affect what you order? I mean, like, what is the deal? Why do you want to know what I'm having? I don't give a fuck what you're having. It's just yeah. You're an adult. But yeah, don't ask me what kind of beer that you're gonna like. I don't know you, dude. I just met you.
Some people are just looking to be led.
Is this your first time at a bar? What do you do? I've had people order martinis that fucking and they make, I don't like this. What? I don't like vodka. I'm like, what? Well, why did you order a martini?
Yeah, right.
It's like oh my god, it's just people, man.
I always hated. I hate my father-in-law. Always goes to the waiter or waitress. Well, can you recommend something?
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't know what you like, motherfucker.
Right.
Like, dude, look at the menu.
Yeah.
And be like, give her some options. Be like, hey, I'm thinking of choosing the salmon, the whatever. Which one is the best, do you think? Oh, maybe I like this one better. But like, what's good? What do you mean, what's good? I don't know. You like Brussels sprouts and fucking liver? Exactly. What the fuck, man?
I'm like, you know what food you like to eat. If we have the foods you like, then get those foods. If you want to try something new, then try something new.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to be an adult, or it just my son makes better decisions. He's fucking 6. I'm like, shit. I'm telling him, what do you want to, like, he started, I'm trying to get it out of him, and like, what do you want to drink? I'm like, we got like 6 things to choose from. If you choose, just choose one, buddy. Don't take all day. If you don't like it, we'll get something else. There are options here. It's not, choose a goddamn drink. Choose one now. It's not
right?
not that serious. You better pick one. Anyway, that's just me bitching about fucking Tennesseans. All right, next up is Oracle.
Don't make the same mistake your brother did. I have a brother. Don't make the same mistake your brother did.
You had a brother. Next up is Oracle with impending fiscal collapse or apocalypse. Oh my god.
There are rumblings around Rhode Island right now, and I'm sure it's the same around other parts of the country. Where
nope, I look around which white folks ain't over here.
We don't know in terms of how the state is going to reconcile the impending fucking fiscal apocalypse and paying for all of this fucking shit. So everything's on hold. Education. So I've heard that teachers that are teaching in like public schools will not know if they have a job until 3 days before they have to teach.
Are you shitting me?
Just Rhode Island, or
I'm in Rhode Island. I imagine there are other things happening around the country. I know personally.
I got a call today from my son's elementary school letting me know that they are planning on starting August 7th.
Mm-hmm.
So
but they're going to fire a bunch of teachers. So just because they're going to have the classes doesn't mean that they're going to have all the teachers that they had before, because they can't pay them. They don't have the money. They blew it. They blew their fucking money on this COVID shit. And wow. Yeah, I've got a couple grants for programs. I got award letters for them. But it's like, well, we don't know if we're actually going to have the money for this. We got to see what's going to happen.
Did you write the grants too?
Yeah, I wrote the grants. And I mean, whatever. I get it. But man, there's going to be some shit going down because the new fiscal year starts July 1st. So that's when
you're silver.
It's his silver bullion that he keeps in his house, not in a safe or anything. Because
unlocked, just right here next to me, right next to my drugs.
The money's got to come from somewhere. You know,
it does, yeah.
$600 a week for unemployment, no questions asked.
We had people not come back just to get that unemployment. So I mean, it's nothing that we have. Anyway, all right, that's fucked up. Next up is Mystic with what is it, Mystic?
Didn't I put it in there?
No. What is it?
Yeah, it is. Dumb coworkers.
Dumb coworkers.
Oh, dumb coworkers. Oh shit.
I just
on the next page.
I'm dumbfounded every so often. I work in a business that, you know, makes money off of communicating things to other people, and we can't even communicate to one another within the station. You know, like, it's fucking so irritating. I ask one person, you know, what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, I don't know. What do you mean you're the fucking producer for sports, man? What do you mean you don't know?
Yeah.
Like, what? Well, I guess I'll figure it out. Yeah, you fucking will. I'm the lowest paid dude in the room. Why am I fucking trying to figure this out for you? You know, like, why am I doing this? Like, they fucking... One of the anchors just, like, dumped some shit on me. He's like, here, just choose a couple sound bites. Dude, I'm not a producer. It's not my job to choose sound bites or put shit together like that. I edit the video. Mm-hmm. That's my job. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. I'm a monkey.
Right? Just give me
that's fine with me. And that's fine with me. Do. That's what I want. You know, like, so I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to bitch a little bit. That's it.
There you go, buddy. Let it out. Cool. All right, next up is Ashtray with Mayor's shitty green screen hair.
Oh shit, I forgot to put that.
Here's this. Yeah, you gotta put it in there.
Oh Christ, come on, buddy.
It's in the.
Is it in the outline?
Feed.
Jesus Christ,
put it in the fucking outline.
It's in the outline.
What the hell is this crack?
I know, right? Look at this shit. Look at
I tried copying it from our messenger feed.
All right. Jesus. I got it.
Got it? Yeah, okay. Anyways, so the mayor's in hot water because she basically, and this is happened a couple weeks ago before even this recent turmoil, but she sent like a secret locked video to the police department, Madison PD. Basically, yeah, I don't know, like borderline kissing their ass, you know, telling them how hard it must be to be in their job and being all loaded up in gear and having people call them names, not be thankful for their job and whatnot.
People are mean to me.
This is like, you know, right after she had just been talking publicly to the Black Lives Matter people, like, yes, we need to make change, blah, 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 blah. And so, like, she's had to have a response now to basically apologize for apologizing to the police. And she did it with this green screen, and what's I'm assuming supposed to be so this earlier clip is not it, but you'll see it later where she's like in front of what I'm assuming is supposed to be a window outside of her desk. But look at her hair.
Look at her big old tits.
Yeah, she's Jessie LaRue.
Awesome.
But yeah, I remember seeing that in the news thinking like,
did you call her Chesty LaRue?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Haven't heard that one before?
No.
Awesome.
So I mean I can tell you what's going on there is.
So is it just the auto zoom?
Well, the thing is, so Zoom has a background removal, but you can run that background removal if you do not have a green screen, and that's what she did. She fucking ran it without a green screen.
So it's like it just having a hard time to even differentiate the line around her head.
It's differentiating between colors.
Yeah.
The reason Oracle's works so well is because everything behind him is green,
right?
And the rest of him isn't. He's not wearing any green. He doesn't have a green mic thing, so it just takes out all the green. Well,
right.
She's wearing, you know what I mean? It's removing shit that's in her hair, in her head, in her fucking all over the place.
All right. Well, in all seriousness, Yep. In all seriousness, go fuck yourself, people. Impending fiscal apocalypse, dumb co-workers, and Mayor Shitty Green Hair.
Mayor Shitty Green.
All right. That's our show. We're going to be here every Thursday night or Wednesday Central. Yeah, make sure you join the conversation at thereddreport.com or facebook.com/thereddreport. You can also Twitter us at Twitter, but I don't do Twitter because I'm too goddamn old. All right, I'm 40. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, we are.
All right. like us, shares, fuck us. We're down for whatever. I'm Teddy reminding you that whatever you do in the dark is your business. Dick don't know who's sucking it, and pussy don't know who's licking it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Oracle.
This is Ashtray.
Gross.
Mortified mystic.
This is the Red Eye Report. Actually, Ashtray, he knows it's true. He knows it's true.
He knows it's true.
He knows it's true.
Right?
He knows it's fucking true.
Don't matter what gender they are if they're a good kisser and your eyes are closed.
Wow. All right. I've been drinking beer. I gotta go pee. So how was you fellas?
Good. Yeah.
Fucking holla.